Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael. Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, folks at home, we're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. We are out here with Borderlands 4. We know you don't care due to the lack of support, so it will be a short broadcast here unless you guys can change my mind, which doesn't seem likely. We're already lagging because we have some technical difficulties here today. The game is still installing. I don't know why it's still installing, and it's just not a great broadcast so far, but hopefully we can turn the ship around here as we wait for the game to finish downloading and installing so we can play this garbage. We weren't planning on playing this, but it's so quiet right now that we would make an exception for this slop. We don't really cover Borderlands games because they're that terrible. Believe me, only losers play these games. But we're going to make an exception here. And we're going to test this one out, give it a test drive here. We need your communication. We haven't been live in 3 days. I need to be showered with love and support. If you guys want to see these streams continue, then you're going to have to give me a fucking reason to do it, because certainly we're not enjoying our time with a bunch of freeloading bums. So figure it out or don't. That's fine with me. Really don't care what you do. But with that said, there is a moment of wait time here until we can jump into the game. Borderlands 4. Problem here with the audio. Big problem with the audio here. Guys, I need the support. If you're not going to support the stream, we're not going live. We're past this, okay? So if you guys can't come through, great. We don't need to go live anymore because we've had our run. And that's great. We did some fun things. We did some cool things, and it was fantastic. But if you guys are over it, which obviously you seem to be, and since YouTube doesn't give us a new audience to work with, we are limited on really the reach here. So if you guys can't be bothered to come through, if you guys can't be bothered to hit the like button, which is free, of course, share the broadcast, which is free as well, well, then we don't know what to tell you. It's a lost cause. I'm not buying these games, so you can sit there and disagree because that's all you know. We got IAD coming through with a $5 super chat. He's the only one. Guy survived a tornado and he's still coming through. Unreal.
Ayat super chatted $5.
And yet again, IAD is coming through and plowing through here. We haven't been live in like 3 or 4 days. Very few people reached out and said, hey, when's the next stream? So I think that speaks volumes as well. We really need to graduate from this audience because they just don't really care. They don't have an interest in caring. They don't have an interest in appreciating what we produce here. And it's a sad situation. And I'm not talking about super chats. I'm talking about just overall communication, right? There's no communication. Like, hey, Michael, when's the next stream? We don't hear that. Free to comment, right? Free to comment, free to leave your message. But you guys still can't be bothered to do that. I don't know what the hell's wrong with y'all, but y'all need to probably find a job or something, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to go find a job, and then we won't have to provide you freeloading bums content. I mean, that'll be fantastic. IAD certainly has one, though, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. You'll have to see it. Look at this right here. Picking up pace here.
Dan super chatted £4.99. Come on, guys. Let's support world class.
Yeah, I said we're not covering Borderlands 4. And I'm not sure why we are, but well, we'll see how the turnout is here today. It's right now. There's no reason to be live. I'll tell you that. We should have 300 plus viewers every stream, especially for brand new games. There's no excuse. I don't care if you're not interested in the channel. Your opinion is irrelevant. Okay, we're producing content for a potential audience. We're not producing content for people's feelings. Okay. That's not how you play the game. That's never how you play the game. So when you guys figure out how to play the game on social media, because you all have like 50 subscribers and very little views, then you come back and let me know. I got the YouTube plaque right behind me. You don't. So shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm sick and tired of these freeloading bums coming in here and telling World Class how to run the show and suggesting ideas that are terrible. And, you know, these other losers that produce terrible content, they have no views. Anytime they get views, it's talking smack about World Class. And I think that speaks volumes. They just, they got to dig up their ass, and that's what they love.
Brando vibes.
Straight up, Brando is in the building and he's plowing through. They just don't give a shit. And it's like, well, that's great. I'm glad they don't care. You know what I mean? We don't have to go live anymore. That's fantastic.
But where are these Borderlands fans?
Nowhere to be found.
Gamer Central.
Yeah,
but if it was Ashton Kutcher.
It's unbelievable. We got former supporters in here. You're not allowed in here anymore, okay? If you've thrown the towel in and you made that evident and clear, we're going to get you up out of here. We know it's hard times, but can't help you on that. Straight up Brando is in the building. We're waiting for the game to download, if you're wondering, because there might have been an update. It says 2 minutes left here, and we'll jump into this slop. And we don't cover Borderlands on this channel. It's a terrible game. They've all been terrible. It's a terrible franchise. The movie was awful. The past games, even on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, were terrible. I mean, you have to be a loser to play these games. Straight up, Brando is in the building and coming through in a way that makes sense. You'll love to see it. Straight up, Brando, hard and strong, $10 super chat, really kicking things up here. And IAD coming through with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Dwayne Johnson in the building with a $5 super chat. Straight up, Brando, current king of the jungle. We got Chug Scotland in here, joining the winner's circle. Go ahead and hit the like button as we wait for Borderlands to finish up what it's doing. I don't know why it's doing that, but we have to get the show on the road here and jump in and see what it's all about when it's ready. And right now it's not ready. But in a couple of minutes, we should be pretty good to go here. And we'll see what this slop's all about. And it's not going to be good, I'll tell you that. These games are terrible. Like, you guys like slop. Could never be me. Okay, I think we might be good to go here. Thank God that's finished. Yeah, that should help with the lag, too. The stream was lagging on top of that. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And we're going to see what it's going to do here. So it finished downloading. That's why we were a little late here, because if you stream on top of downloading, it sucks it up and makes it even slower. So we're waiting for that to finalize and finish, and now we're launching the game for the first time. Okay, looks like we might be good to go here. Oh God, this is bad. Oh Lord, this is bad. Unreal Engine slop again. Video games are fucking... They should ban them all. That's what needs to be done. They should ban every video game. Unless it's educational, it should be banned. Oh, Lord. Compiling shaders. Imagine playing a looter shooter in 2025. Like, yikes. You guys are down bad. Okay, so the GPU is roaring right now. We're going to wait for that to finish. Performance is bad on PC. We'll go ahead and see if that's the case. I'm assuming it is. It's Unreal Engine 5, but there's a lot of people out there that have 2060s, 2070s, 2080s, and those GPUs are just not going to work in 2025, especially for Unreal Engine 5 games. You guys got to upgrade your stuff. Now, I'm not saying we're going to have great performance here. We probably won't, but a lot of the feedback, a lot of the PC performance stuff. I mean, the worst game I played in recent memory was that Metal Gear Solid remake. That ran like garbage. And I don't know if we needed to update drivers or what was going on, but we couldn't even stream the game. And, you know, we don't have the latest and greatest, but we do have an above-average setup, I would argue. And Metal Gear Solid was the absolute worst, I'll tell you that. Metal Gear Solid was the absolute worst. We couldn't, and this game might do that as well. And, you know, if it does it, then I don't know what to tell you. It's just got bad performance. We're not playing Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's, we've already played Hollow Knight. I'm not playing that again. We're playing Borderlands 4. We're compiling shaders right now. Once that's done, we should be able to jump in here. And seems to be almost finished. Okay. So let's do the initial setup here. And we'll see how bad the performance is. It probably will be terrible, but I don't know what to tell you. It's Unreal Engine 5. Terrible game. Terrible engine, rather. Okay, this is already off to a terrible start. I mean, I don't know how you guys play these games and actually enjoy them. They were never good. And you guys have nostalgia for these games on 360 and PS3. They were never good. They were terrible. Holy shit, this is terrible. Stay offline. Wow, this is bad. Oh, Lord, this is horrible. How do we play the game? New game. Easy. Okay, I think we're good to go here. We're going to switch over.
So, you want to hear a story, huh? Yeah, old Marcus still has a few tales to tell. And this is the start of something new. A spark that just might leave the galaxies themselves ablaze. It all started here. The planet Kairos. Heard of it? Of course not, and for good reason. For thousands of years, it was a place of legend, hidden from the outside universe. The only way
Can you imagine playing these games unironically?
Or chance. And if you did, well,
they were never good, though.
weren't
That's the thing.
ever
It's not like
going
this
to
one's
leave.
the worst one. I mean, it might
For
be. I don't know.
Kairos
But they
was
were
a
never good to
prison,
begin with. These games are trash.
ruled by a tyrant made immortal by alien
Mindless slop.
technology. They called him the Timekeeper, and his order was nothing less than absolute. What was the secret, you ask, that justified keeping an entire planet in chains? A vault. At the center of his seat.
We just got to get GTA 6 on the fucking horizon here. Like I am so done with video games. Like it's not even funny at this point. It's getting worse and worse and worse too. It's like I don't even. Why would I care to cover any of these games? There has to be an incentive for me to play this shit. I mean, honestly, it's like.
Fearsome warriors. Driven by
I think if you like video games and you're over the age of 35, unless there's something particularly really good, you might be an insider. I mean, quite frankly, I think you're a loser. I think you're a loser playing video games unless it's an education game that says fucking 8 times 8 or tells you how to get a job. I mean, quite fucking Wii Fitness, you can lose some weight.
Recognize a true celebrity. Went to the moon first. Exposed cyberpunk.
They don't
announced
care.
the end of
They don't
Satan.
care. Yeah, I'm
But
tired of
because
it.
some people can't stand to look in the mirror, they patronize Michael.
They're fucking losers. I don't know. I really don't care. We've done it all. There's nothing more to do. GTA 6 is the last big ride. Because this is not it. Like, I don't know how y'all are playing this slop. Garbage games. Over and over and over again. Straight up Brando is in the building and plowing through tremendously here. Let's get the likes up to 100. Oh my god, this is trash. Video games are so 1995. I mean, really, honestly. They want you to commit your time to fucking slaving away at this garbage? Satanists. That's what they are. Look at this. Blood and gore, violence. I mean, it's just terrible. It's a terrible thing. Glamorizing this, it's just a sad thing. I mean, it really is. Should be all banned. Holy shit, we gotta turn this off. Guys, I need you to share the broadcast. Let's get 330 viewers in here, not 231. That's ridiculous. Dude, you guys like this slop too. You guys like terrible games. This is the worst video game ever made, bro. God, the cringe levels. Lots of losers in here today. Must be getting a high from coming back. You know, World Class hasn't been live in 3 or 4 days. A lot of losers in here today. Horrible intro. Horrible intro. Jesus Lord. Horrible intro. Yeah, they romanticize violence. They romanticize, you know, all this terrible slop. And it's just a shame. It really is. I mean, digital ID or verification, that stuff really needs to be in this stuff. I'm not trolling. Oh my God, the screen tearing is abysmal.
That one.
Where are you taking me, coward?
The Timekeeper thinks you could be of use. Me? Well, I'd rather kill you.
Then fight me, here and now! Imagine it! Glorious, lethal combat! Blood on our fists!
Tempting. But I do only as he commands.
I am sure in my ability to obliterate you before he knows you're gone.
That's where you're wrong. Time to bolt.
Oh my God. Let's see
Blood!
Really hope I just blew up the right room.
Oh, these games are horrible.
Echo, see anyone alive in there?
Right here.
Hell yeah. Echo.
These games are so terrible.
Boot up their HUD so they can check for injuries. I'm RJ. I'm a vault hunter with the Crimson Resistance. Come on, let's get out of here. Whole place is going into lockdown. Come on!
Okay.
So is my intel right? Are you a Vault Hunter too?
I am Amon. I am glad to be free, but why are you helping me?
The Crimson Resistance is gonna free this whole planet.
Oh.
I figured we could use all the Vault Hunters we can get.
Guards are onto us. Take them out!
With pleasure.
I have super chatted $10. You're strong to suffer through playing this slot. Might be the 20 years you've seen them wine.
What is this slop? Why am I dying immediately? I thought we put this on easy. IAD is in the building.
Grab this rep kit. Should take the edge off.
Come on, we gotta get to the next floor. The security way out. What would
Encoding? Is the stream lagging? We can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games. It's impossible.
Good riddance.
The sleek design of this prison belies its intended function.
They're called the Order for a reason.
Okay, let's go ahead and do a check-in here. Is the stream lagging? It says I can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games. The hardware is obsolete. The hardware is obsolete. I can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games. It lags every time we do it. It says encoding overloaded. Unreal. I have no idea. I can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games. The hardware suddenly became obsolete. 4070 Ti, obsolete. How long's it been off for? 2 years, 3 years? Obsolete. I don't get it. Okay, we're going to have to lower the settings here. Okay, well then let's just quit the game. I don't know what to tell you. I got to fix this. Probably got to update the drivers. I don't know. Let's just quit the game. Start it back up. Probably got to update the drivers. Probably got to update the drivers. Good to go here. We'll find out in a moment. See if that helps.
There's the security room. Stop or be destroyed.
Where do you go?
Check it out! Confiscated weapons chest! See if there's anything fun in there. Damn it! Lockdown's got us hemmed in. Echo 4, get hacking. Got an idea that'll buy us some time. We're gonna crack this prison wide open. Vault Hunter, wanna do the honors?
Prison break, baby! Nice one!
Doors open, let's go!
I will remind any and all rampant prisoners that he is watching. There is no escape. No one leaves.
The prisoners won't get far.
Far, but they'll distract the order while we escape.
Hell of a sight, huh? 6 years ago, that moon appeared from nowhere. The sky cracked open, shards fell like rain. Thought the world was ending. Guess it kind of did. Timekeeper's been in full tyrant mode ever since.
What did you mean when you said the prisoners won't get far?
They're bolted, just like us. Won't be long before the Time Lord walks them right back into their cells.
We just need the timekeeper looking their way and not yours until we can jam your bolt.
We're almost out. Just fight through.
Same game every single time. Same video game every single... I swear gamers... It's like a new species of people or something. Like, I like that ass. Like, you gotta be a... Like, I don't... You guys need to work at an assembly line. You like repetition. You do. You guys love repetition. You love the same game every single fucking time with a new coat of paint. Shoot bad guys on the screen. I'm done doing this.
Get out of here.
Shit is trash.
Good. Now, follow my lead, all right?
Oh, no.
So we gotta slide down. Come on.
Hey!
Damn. Looks like we got separated. You good?
Indeed. Are we clear of the Timekeeper's minions, then?
Not exactly. The Order's gonna have search parties combing through these woods. I stashed us a ride out though. Let's meet up ahead. Might be a tight squeeze through there. You'll have to crouch.
RJ, I dislike knowing this Timekeeper could control me with this bolt. I will simply rip it out with my hands.
Whoa, no. That thing is in there, hitched to your nervous system. When people try to rip their bolt out, it turns them crazy. Or just straight up kills them.
So why bother running? It's only a matter of time.
Not with Echo 4 on our side. He's jamming my bolt. And if we can get you somewhere safe while the Timekeeper's distracted, we'll jam yours too.
Still in one piece. There is no escape. Not that I expected anything less from Vault Hunter.
They're looking for us. Keep a low profile. Come on, we gotta reach our getaway ride. So, have you ever opened a vault?
I have. It changed me. Scarred me. Is that what brought you here?
No. I was born on Kairos.
But all about Vault Hunters from off-worlders who crashed. When the Moonfall chaos started, I took my chance and struck out on my own. Trading up ever since. I'll introduce you to the leader of the Crimson Resistance when we get off this island. I only
joined recently, but it's exactly what this planet needs.
A whole rebellion, fighting together for freedom from the Time Lord.
Man.
Oh, and I can't wait to rub it in his shiny face and crack that vault of his. There.
We'll go through that order plate. Search party! Clear them out!
Brando Vibes super chatted $10.
Oh man. Shit's trash. Straight up Brando is in the building. It looks like we got a problem here. Big problem here today. A lot of we can't stream the game. I don't know what to tell you. The game doesn't want to cooperate. The performance is terrible. We can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games. I don't know how to do it. We can't. Yeah, they're hyped up today because we haven't been live in 3 days or whatever it was. So they have to come in here with their autism. But we can't stream the game. We can't continue to stream it because we're just getting dropped frames. I don't know what to tell you. That's okay though, because we'll just close the game right now and well, we won't play that. We didn't get a big turnout today anyway, so if there's not a big turnout, there's no point in playing the game. I'm here to play it. I'm here to showcase it to an audience that wants to watch. But if they don't, if they're not willing to come in and participate, then we don't care. So I'm not doing it because we want to play it. Like especially that game. I told you guys, we don't want to play that game. We're not going to play it. So, but we tried for 20 minutes, 30. It's a terrible game. It runs like shit. I can't even stream the game. I literally can't stream the game. I can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games. They just don't work. So we can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games. They don't work. Okay, I'm noticing a bot problem in here today, and this will take care of that. So. A little bit of a bot problem in here today. Yeah, we're not playing that. It's a terrible game. It runs like shit. We can't even stream it. It was drop frames the whole time. I put on DLSS and everything. Can't do it. Mind you, we're at 1080p resolution, so yeah, the game runs like shit. Let's see here. Borderlands 4, mostly negative on Steam. Terrible ratings. Runs like shit. Thanks. $80 game, by the way. Could never be me. $80 game. At one point. They wanted $80 for that slop, and you losers will go out and fucking buy it for that too. Could you imagine? Unreal. Yep. Borderlands is so cool. Borderlands is so cool. Borderlands is so cool. I love Borderlands, it's so cool. I love Borderlands, it's so cool. I love Borderlands, it's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. I love Borderlands, it's so cool. I love Borderlands, it's so cool. Well, we can't play it. It says we can't stream it. We got drop frames up the ass. I got the game in full screen. We got a bot problem while we're playing the game, so I don't know what to tell you. We're not interested in continuing because it doesn't. I mean, the game runs, but you can't stream it. I guess I don't know. So we can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games. Our hardware is obsolete. I guess I don't know what to tell you. We're at 1080p resolution too. We're not trying to do anything crazy with 1440p or 4K or anything like that. So, if these GPUs can't even do 1080p, then it's just over. I literally can't stream it. I couldn't stream Metal Gear Solid Delta either. The hardware is already obsolete. It's over. It was high settings. We shouldn't have to lower them down to medium to play the game at 1080p. That's ridiculous. PC gaming is just, I don't know anyone recommending PC gaming in 2025. You have to be an absolute loser to recommend a PC gaming rig to anyone in 2025. Like, it's a no-go. I mean, it quite frankly is a no-go. Would never recommend if I worked at GameStop and someone said, "Hey, what do I, where do we want to go, right? Do you want to go console? Want to go PC?" And it's like, well, first of all, really, what is your budget and what are you trying to do? And PC gaming is expensive. I don't care how you want to slice it. Oh, there's budget cards. There's budget this. There's budget. There's a budget option, right? You can get a $500 PC. You can get a $600 PC, $700, $800, $900 PC, $1,000. But like, you're going to see that performance. It's going to be the price that you pay of performance. And it's like, well, I don't know how Borderlands 4 runs on fucking console, but I'm assuming it's I mean, to be fair, the game did run good. I mean, I didn't have any problems with it when I was playing it, but we can't stream these games. It takes too much juice up. So they're taxing and demanding games, and PC gaming is insane. I mean, it really is in 2025. Maybe back in the day it made sense because they made GPUs and it's for the gamer and stuff like that. Now it's like, well, these GPUs do so much more, and it's like the gaming is not the forefront anymore. So that's why this shit just sucks. Well, these games are never good. Best way to play. You don't need two PCs to stream games. Maybe Unreal Engine games, but we've never had a problem before. I had this PC since 2023. Never had a problem before. And now all of a sudden with these Unreal Engine 5 games, we're having problems. But that's okay. I told you guys I wasn't playing this. We wanted to do a little test drive, a little demo here. And that's about all we needed to see. So it's just terrible slop. Yeah, and Silent Hill F is going to be the same situation. I mean, I literally cannot stream the game. Like YouTube is telling me YouTube is not receiving enough video. It's a lag fest. I mean, we could probably put it down to low settings. I'm not interested in that. So, and I don't need to play more of that. It's trash. It's a looter shooter. It's an arena shooter. You go in there, shoot enemies. There's nothing to it. It's the most repetitive slop that you could imagine playing. Really just could never be me. Yeah, it's trash. I mean, the reviews on Steam aren't good either, so it's not just me saying it. But yeah, I guess you have to upgrade your hardware even further, because it is super demanding, these Unreal Engine 5 games. I put it on DLSS and it was still couldn't stream. You can't stream it. The thing is, we didn't plan on playing this game, but I thought we'd make a little pit stop because, well, if we had a high turnout, that's one thing, but we didn't have a high turnout today. It's a low energy stream, and a lot of weirdos in the chat today. They didn't know what to do. World Class wasn't live for 3 or 4 days, so they couldn't troll anyone else because no one else goes live either. So they couldn't figure out what to do with their miserable existence. So now they come in here and they unleash their autism, and well, we're not playing that. I mean, we can play that game, but only if the support's going to be good, and the support isn't that great here today. It's in fact pretty low. So we won't be live until there's another release, and this is how this is going to go, at least for the foreseeable future, because I'm not interested in streaming to people that don't appreciate or care, and they don't really show that. They're not hitting the like button, they're not chatting in the chat, they're not communicating. They just need to be a little bit more engaged with the content, and that's free. That doesn't cost any money. So if you guys can't be bothered to do that, then I can't be bothered to go live. It's really a two-way street. That's all we're asking, which requires no money at all. So, but when you guys can't come together because World Class is a hard watch, I don't care. Okay, go watch everyone else sponsor this game. They've gotten their checks. They got flown out to play it early. Go watch them and have fun with them. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Okay. It's so funny how you guys get so worked up over dumb ass shit. It's unbelievable. It's like video games are not. I don't care about them anymore. Okay. Especially in terms of playing them and doing content with them. I just don't care. There's no reward in it for me. There's very little in return. So it's like I don't care. I just don't care. Now, that wouldn't be a problem if we had an audience. If we had an audience, it doesn't matter if I care or not. The presentation of it is the most important thing. But we don't have an audience. So it's the typical 150, 190, 200, 250 if you're lucky. Shouldn't have those numbers, okay? But that's just the way it is. So not much we can do there. But I will say, that if we had a high turnout, I would have continued playing. If we had 350 viewers, 400 viewers, or something like that, we would have continued playing. But I'm not going to continue playing shit I don't want to fucking play if there's nothing in it for me. There has to be something in it for me. For me to fucking boot this garbage up and turn the camera on and say, hey guys, we're playing Borderlands 4. I just don't give a shit. I already said the only game I care about is Grand Theft Auto 6. We're not there yet. Apparently, there's still a possibility of it being delayed, which is ridiculous. Who gives a shit about the game at that fucking point? But, as we stand right now, it's 260, 250 days away. That's the only game that's on the radar that has the potential to say, okay, well, let's actually sit down with it and actually experience this and see what Rockstar's really delivering here. And, this is the first output from Rockstar since 2018. Nearly a decade, and it's like, bro, we have to see something next gen here, next level here. We have to see something that's actually gonna impress and really wow, because playing this garbage is just horrible. I mean, it's just a terrible thing. And these games haven't evolved. These games were never good, though. I don't play looter shooter games unless the only one I'll play is The Division, and that's repetitive, but it's a different, So that's the only one I'll play is The Division 1, not The Division 2, The Division 1 New York City. But that's the only looter shooter I put some serious time into. We don't play these games because they're all bullet sponge enemies. They got numbers popping out of their heads. It's so cringe. And, these games glorify and romanticize violence, and it's just a terrible thing. These things need to be removed from society. These are devil worshipping games. I'm done with the romanticize violence and gun violence. It's just a terrible thing. It really is. I don't know how you guys can look at this shit and say, wow, this is healthy. How is that healthy? All you're doing in the game is shooting and shooting and shooting. Like, what is that doing to the brain? Clearly, it can't be healthy. I mean, anyone with the fucking common sense would tell you that's the old hand-eye coordination. It's the first thing these losers come up with. Oh, hand-eye coordination. Go fucking throw a football outside, you dumbasses. You know what I mean? It's just like we are on the anti-gamer hate train. I don't believe in video games. I mean, there's certain ones that I will say are good, and but I also believe that you have to be at the right intelligence level, maturity level rather, to play these games. And I think there needs to be a verification process for that. I think you do need to fucking Face ID to buy these games. I mean, it's just a fucking terrible thing. And they make this shit look so cool and so fucking rad, and it's like, this is garbage. No one wants to sit around. It's not 2008 anymore. We don't want to sit around and play these looter-shooter games like where you just pick up a bunch of different fucking nasty weapons and just shoot things and eliminate things, and it's just horrible. We need educational games. We need interesting games that, are fun, and it's a horrible thing. It really is a horrible thing. I'm not even trolling. We Fit is a game of the generation. I mean, it's promoting healthy, right? It's promoting physical fitness. You guys don't care. I don't care if you don't care. That by definition, that by objectivity, is a fantastic game. These games need they shouldn't exist. I mean, really, honestly. And if they want to continue to exist, I think there should be Face ID verification or something to purchase these games or to play them. To do a little check-in, especially with GTA 6, I think that's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a big problem. Oh, man. Yeah, video games are just, back in the day, it was like, wow, let's see where this stuff can go. Let's see where this stuff can go. Let's see where the graphics can go. Let's see what these developers are going to do next. And we've hit the point where it's like, there's no going forward. I mean, there is going forward, and it's with the same crap over and over and over again. No one wants to fucking play that shit. No one wants to see that shit. It's garbage. That's why Starfield failed. It's not because it wasn't necessarily a bad game. It's just because it reminded people that game design doesn't work in 2020 whatever, right? I mean, it really doesn't. You're taking essentially Fallout 3, you're putting a new coat of paint over that, and expecting gamers to pay $70 in 2023. No one wants to fucking play an Xbox 360 game in 2023 or beyond. And that was the hard reality. That was the wake-up call. And I understand space is boring and this, that, and the third, but like, you have the same game from 20-something years ago. No one wants to pay $60, $70 for the same game that they played potentially 15-plus years ago. I mean, it's just ridiculous. They're putting the same game out with a new coat of paint, and they run terribly. Their worst iterations of their, Borderlands 1 is probably better than this. I don't know. I don't play these games. These games are garbage. I've never been a fan of these games. I think they're just total time wasters. I mean, I'd rather play fucking Cookie Clicker than this shit. It's utterly ridiculous. These games are absolute garbage. These games are trash, No, video games are the problem. I disagree. Video games are the problem. This shit is too accessible. It's cancerous. It promotes constant violence. If you're of age, that's one thing. I'm not talking about that, though. You can buy these games easier than you could before 15-plus years ago. It's a problem. It's a big problem these days. And these games just make it look so cool and so fun. And even Fortnite, Fortnite, younger demographic plays Fortnite. What are you doing in Fortnite? Violence, shooting, guns. It's terrible. It really needs to be all banned. Or at least say, okay, well, are you of age to play this game? It's on the fucking box. You got to be 18 plus to play the fucking game, or whatever the age is. It's just utterly ridiculous how you guys want to sit around and defend this garbage that is rotting people's minds. I'm not saying they can't exist, but certainly with GTA 6, there needs to be some new things put in place. And if you disagree with that, you're an idiot. I don't know what to tell you. We Fit, Rocksmith. Okay, Rocksmith, we learn how to play the actual guitar. We can take something valuable from that experience and say, okay, I know how to play this. Wow, I've learned something new. I don't need the game anymore. I've graduated from the game thanks to the help of Rocksmith. Okay, that's an educational tool. Wii Fit, I can lose weight on Wii Fit. I can improve my cardio on Wii Fit if I commit to it and put the time into it. That's a fantastic piece of software. There's plenty of other examples, but this garbage needs to be, maybe not banned per se, but it definitely needs to be, you shouldn't be able to click a couple of things and say, okay, the game's downloading and we can play it. I mean, it's just ridiculous. This is trash. It's horrible. It's rotting the brains of society, of the people that play this garbage. But luckily, no one's playing video games much anymore. It's really it's a thing of the past when you really look at it. I mean, it really is. It's a thing of the past, and that's because it's just terrible. It's not. These games are anti-fun. They're riddled with woke themes to hell and back, and it's just like this is the fourth Borderlands. It's bringing literally nothing new to the table. And obviously, I'm not, I don't know this franchise because I don't play garbage games. But, it's the same garbage, really, when you break it down. I mean, I'm sure there's a few new bells and whistles, but I don't need to play this garbage. It's slop. I want some game developers to come out of the woodwork and say, hey, let's do something new, right? Let's do something new. Let's push this forward. Let's make it interesting. And they just don't exist anymore. They can't roll the dice on that because they're not going to make it back. So they have to do the same thing over and over and over again, and it's just garbage. It's really trash. Unreal. They get so good at these games, and the crowd loves it. Yeah, I don't care. Unreal Engine 5 is trash. Yeah, we learned that here today. We can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games unless we're doing something wrong. We shouldn't have to put the computer down to low settings, because if that's the case, why did we spend so much money on this computer? That's why PC gaming is not a good deal. It's not a good deal. Unless you go all out and get like a 5080, 5090, whatever that's, you really have to get the top of the end to do it in a way that makes sense, to compensate for these unoptimized games that are just not, they don't optimize games anymore for PC. They don't, because why would they? There's less of an install base on PC. People are playing, probably especially this game, on console. Maybe it is a PC game, I don't know, but people play on console. The convenience of plug and play is still, a pretty big factor. And, if you have to lower your game settings all the way down to medium just to play this at 1080p 60, to be able to stream it anyway, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's unbelievable. We have enough headroom here to be able to do this, and I don't know what's going on, but it's a problem. We can't stream these Unreal Engine 5 games, and I don't remember this being a problem even 2 years ago. But I guess we're going to have to just start playing these games on console. That's the only thing I know. We got a 16-core, 24th thread. Central processor. We got 32 gigs of RAM. I got a 12 gigabyte VRAM GPU, 4070 Ti. I mean, come on, bro. Like if this thing can't do it, then it's time to just pack it up. End of an era. I don't know what that means. We're still covering Dying Light 2. We're still covering. I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't have interest in games anymore. And I know that's going to piss certain people off, but there's no point, because people don't want to have fun discussion with them anyway. So it's like, well, I can't help you on that. It was fun debating the games and stuff like that, but people don't care anymore. So if they want to consume slop, let them consume slop. I don't care what you play. Just a terrible thing. How many people like garbage? Just a terrible thing. Yeah, they got their robots deployed because it's been a while since we've been live, so I noticed it before we hit go live. A lot of losers in here. Because they don't have as many opportunities to come in here and act stupid, so because we don't go live as much anymore. So they got to show out. Oh wow, Michael's live first time. We don't know when Michael's going to go live again. So, they'll go by the release schedule. But if the support isn't there, I mean, we didn't even break even. So if the support isn't there, we literally can't even buy the games anymore. It's not that hard. Yeah, they're really showing out here today. Get you banned. Whew. Losers. Really showing out here today. Well, if you trolls were smart, you would convince people to come back in here and support the broadcast, so we would continue going live. But you know, you can't figure that one out, can you? Like really make it make sense. If I were a troll of someone, I would say, okay, well, obviously the incentive for Michael is this, that, and the third. Michael has to get that in order to continue to go live and have the incentive to go live. Why aren't you encouraging others to step up to the plate and come through? I don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me. Just Cause 2, GTA 4. We're not playing GTA 4. There's really nothing to do. I hate to say this, but there's nothing to do in GTA 4. It's not a good streaming game because the open world, I mean, outside of ambience, there's really not much to do in the open world in GTA 4. So, I mean, we could play it, but you can't even talk to people in that game. At least in GTA 5, you can go around and see reactions of NPCs and stuff. Actually, we don't have that, I think. Yeah, we don't have. So GTA 4, there's really not much to do in the open world. I guess you can go into the interiors, but Unreal Engine 5 is only good for textures. Simulated Soul is putting clown emoji in here. Is he implying world class is a clown? Well, you're the one here, so you must be a real winner. Randy Pitchford is shoveling slop into the mouse. Yeah, they love it. They're getting on their knees for Randy Pitchford. This was an $80 game at one point, too. Terrible performance on PC. I mean, to be fair, look at this right here. Straight up rando is coming through. Love to see it. 4-time Tony Hawk combo.
Super chatted $10.
3-time Tony Hawk. 4-time Tony Hawk combo. Straight up randos in the motherfucking building. That's what we talking about, homie. Real W, real G. Coming through hard and strong, straight up Brando. In the building. You can throw cans at people in GTA 5. Yeah, but it's a 2008 game. Look, I'm not saying it's overrated, but compared to what you could do in San Andreas, they gutted the game, for ambience and HD graphics and fantastic physics. I'm not saying there's a problem with GTA 4, but it's certainly in terms of feature-wise and content-wise, like they gutted the game. And if you don't believe me, then you didn't play San Andreas. I can boot up San Andreas right now, and we'll find something to do in the game. Or Saints Row 2. I can boot up Saints Row 2 if we have it. And there's going to be something to do in the game. We don't have it. We don't have it installed. But there's going to be something to do in the game. GTA 4. There's a story and there's a couple of side things you can kind of do, but it's mainly just police chases. I guess races and stuff like that. But I mean, if you look at San Andreas, I mean, I can get in the train and fucking do train missions if I wanted to. I can go to the gym and increase my skills. I can eat and get fat. Like the amount of content that just got stripped away in GTA 4 is insane to me. Now I understand it's a different direction type of game. It's a more serious tone, but that's why I was hoping for GTA 5 to say, okay, they're bringing this back. They're doing it right now. Culmination of 4, culmination of San Andreas, 5, perfect game. Well, 15 years nearly 15 years, 12, 13, 14, whatever, it's time for GTA 6 to say the least. We really need to see something that's going to be like, wow, we can really sink our teeth into this fucking game and still play it a year down the road and not be bored of it. But the thing is with these games, they focus on story way too much. Story this, story that. And everything else is not getting as much attention. It's a sad situation. Play San Andreas. Review retro games. Well, that doesn't really bring in a lot of people, but we could try. I'm going to start doing that. Only 250K people are playing Silk Song. Oh, that's still too high. That's still too high. That's still too high. Yeah. Bully has more stuff to do than 4. Yeah, Bully's a good game. You can go to the carnival. You can spend an hour in the carnival, free roam mode, right? Plus, you can talk to every NPC in Bully. You know, they highlighted that in Red Dead 2, and they said, you know, oh, that's just a game-changing feature. You know, Red Dead Redemption 2 is you know, so revolutionary, and it's like Bully had this. GTA 5 has this. Hell, even San Andreas, you can talk to the NPCs. I think there's a little reaction system there. So if you were to get the notepad out and say, okay, these are the things that have been changed. Terrible shame. Okay, let's go ahead and get you guys up out of here. Oh, Lord. Okay, we're not typing paragraphs. If you can get your statement out within like 2 sentences or something, then maybe it doesn't need to be said. Go back to high school and write out a fucking, you know, when you were in school, you didn't like doing a paper. I know you didn't. No one does. But now, you know, you're an incel, 30-something years old on the internet, not making content, not original content anyway. And you guys just sit behind your keyboard and rot away. And you're typing out fucking novels. Well, maybe you should have did that in high school, and the teacher would have said, "Wow, you're on to something." And then, you know, you would have got you could have got a scholarship or something. Jesus Christ, fucking weird incels. Should ban the internet too. All entertainment should be banned because it's not entertainment. That's the thing. It used to be fun, but when you get older, you realize that entertainment is actually like I don't watch movies, I don't play games, I don't listen to music. Because why would we need to do that? It's all a waste of time. I don't need to go see another movie ever again. I've already seen the best movies. I don't need to play another game outside of GTA 6. I've already played the best games. I mean, honestly, I hate to have a negative outlook like that, but it's just like, am I wrong? You know, I mean, I would love to be proven wrong, and I would love to play these games that are actually going to bring something new to the table and actually say, okay, wow, this is, you know, fresh and unique and exciting and this, that, and the third. But none of these games do that. It's the same crap on repeat. Remake, sequel, prequel, blah, 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 blah. You know? Horrible. These games are slop. Gaming sucks so bad now I went back to college at 38. There ain't no way. Look at that right there. Well, that's a great thing that these games suck because then you guys will actually find something else to do with your time. Especially the Switch 2. We have to sell the Switch 2. I really don't need that console. We got to sell the Switch 2. That thing hasn't been turned on since, I don't know. What a horrible console the Switch 2 is. I mean, I could do a podcast for the next 365 days and just tell you how terrible that console is. And I'm not saying in terms of functionality-wise, but it's like, bro, it doesn't need to exist. The Switch 2 did not need to exist. Oh, a little spec bump. Okay. No one cares. The real humans that have a life do not give a shit about a spec bump. They don't even know it has a spec bump. Go to the store and just look around at all of the Switch 2 stuff, and it starts blurring together. All the Switch 1 stuff starts blurring together with the Switch 2. The Switch 1 box looks so similar to the Switch 2. Oh, but it's got the big 2. Okay, but what's, you know, okay, wow, we've figured it out. This is the new console, but what does it do? Well, the sales associate doesn't know. The box doesn't tell us. Let's get the Switch 1. Oh wait, Nintendo raised the prices for the Switch 1 to alienate the sales of that because they know that, you know, people are going to buy the Switch 1, it's cheaper, so they had to raise the price of the OLED to get people to buy the fucking Switch 2. The Switch 2 is the biggest disaster in it's over. Nintendo's done. They don't know. It's worse than Apple. It's become the okay. This worked. We're gonna innovate and evolve it, but there's no software. The biggest video game they have coming for the Switch 2 is on the Switch 1. You cannot defend the Switch 2. The only thing I can say about it is that yes, it does work offline, but I don't care because there's nothing to play on it. So, but it is an offline console. At least the console that I got. Maybe they'll refine that in the future, but. It does work without internet day one. You don't need internet. You could be in the cabin in the woods, and as long as it has battery, you can put the cartridge in for a first-party title. If it's on the cartridge, and it just works. There's no internet required at all. Straight out of the box. So that's one thing I can give Nintendo and say, wow, that's actually cool. But it only works with certain games. You can't play Switch 1 games out of the box unless you update the console through the internet. No one needs to do that anyway, though. You already have a Switch 1. And... if you're buying physical games on the Switch 2, you buy the games that have them on the actual cartridge instead of buying these game key cards. You guys are complaining about the wrong stuff. The problem with the Switch 2 isn't that it has no software. There's no reason to buy this thing. There's no hype. It's over. Nintendo, it's worse than the Wii U. I'm gonna go to all these retailers right now and see if this thing's available. Because I know it is. No one is buying this thing. And you guys will leave your little essays down below. I don't care. You're wrong. Oh, it's the fastest selling console. Okay. How many months ago was that? How many months ago? Okay. To be fair, it is saying low stock. What does that mean? But it is available online. For that website anyway. Let's go to another retailer. See if it's Switch 2 is available. Just buy it. How many months? 4 or 5 months since release. Switch 2. When it loads. Nintendo Switch 2. Add to cart. You can't tell me that this is a positive thing. Only 2 left at your store. Doesn't matter. You can get it shipped. 2 retailers right there. 2 major retailers. You can buy the Switch 2. You guys are wrong. Let's go to another retailer. Target. Switch 2. Go ahead and defend the Switch 2 right now. I'd love to get into a debate with you guys about this because you're wrong. It is worse than the Wii U. Because the Wii U at least had games. I mean, it did. It had new original IP. It had new original games. You cannot defend the Switch 2 in fall of 2025. You could have in April when it released or whenever it released. But you can't defend it in 2025. Name one reason to buy a Switch 2. Don't even say spec bump. No one cares. It's over. Sure, they might have a spike for the holiday sales just because people want something. They just want something, they're consumers. But at the end of the day, there's no software that's going to drive that hardware. Metroid Prime is on Switch 1. So, unless they have a brand new Zelda game or a new Mario 3D game, no one's playing Donkey Kong anymore. No one is playing, what else came on it? No one's playing any of those games. Donkey Kong is terrible. That's a directionless game. It's like, bro, what are we doing? There is a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Okay. Well, hopefully they have something to show for there. I'm not even following it. We're not covering it, but you think I'm going to sit down and watch that slot? They have baby games, and it's all Switch 1 stuff. They're not going to alienate their Switch 1 fan base. It's too big. I typed it in. We can't even. Is it official or is it a rumor? We got Blur in the building coming through.
Blur super chatted $5.
Where's the Nintendo?
Gaming is on life support inside of a UE5 frame dropping cutscene.
Yeah, Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Blur in the building with a $5 super chat. September 12th, live in 13 hours. Tune in for 60 minutes of information, upcoming Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch games. Okay. Well, they don't. Maybe they have an answer there. I don't know. But right now, That's where it stands. Maybe tomorrow things change and they have a better outlook on the software that's coming for the Switch too, but I guess we'll have to see. Now, if they said GTA 6 is coming to the Switch too, I would say, okay, well, that justifies keeping the console, but if they don't have that for it, then I don't know what to tell you. We got Blur in the building with a $5 super chat. Okay, let's go ahead and get you up out of here. A lot of bots in here. A lot of bots in here. Never been in the stream before. Joined 7 years ago, by the way. Like you're not discovering this stream unless someone manually shared it. That's what I can tell you, because I can go and test that, and show you that I know what I'm talking about. Let's go to YouTube right now and type in Borderlands 4 without being signed in incognito, and yeah, of course my stream ain't popping up. It ain't popping up. So you're not finding the stream. Actually, it did pop up, but you got to scroll all the way down. Surprised it's actually even on the fucking... We just go pretty far. And I'm not sure if that's biased or not, but signed out incognito probably still is. Donkey Kong Bonanza Breath of the Wild. Horrible. Horrible. The Switch 2 can't be a success because the people that made the Switch 1 such a success don't understand the Switch 2. Okay? I don't care if you're in your little gaming bubble on the internet and you think you know everything about these consoles. That's great. The average consumer doesn't. And it is confusing. Okay? Even from my perspective, if I walk into the store and I see all this Switch stuff, if someone came up to me and asked me questions and said, what is the difference between this and that? I mean, okay, it's better, but how is it better and why is that important to the end user? There's really not a great answer, not to justify that price tag. If it had exclusive games, if it had a new Zelda, if it had a new Mario, if it had a launch lineup that was actually pretty bold, then maybe it would make sense. But when you have Metroid coming, and that's your biggest game, apparently from what we know, at least right now, obviously tomorrow that could change, but like, bro, that's coming to Switch 1. They're not disbanding the Switch 1 because the Switch 1 is a massive install base. It's the most pointless console to ever exist. Third-party support is terrible on it. It's dwindling, and the games are not. The games are still running like trash on the Switch 2. Doesn't need to exist. It's a redundant console. If the sales, if the sales go up, then obviously I'm wrong within the next year or so, right? Over time, we'll really see how this thing does. But in my opinion, there's no, the possibility of that is actually pretty slim. Now, tomorrow that could change, and they can say, hey, look, we got a bunch of bangers coming to the Switch 2 only. Okay, well, then I'll change my mind. But, that's tomorrow. I forgot that even existed. You can get 5 game key cards installed, and your storage is done. I don't know anything about. You guys install games, don't you? I don't know how to do that on the Switch too. You got to put a memory card in that thing, and it has to be the certain memory card. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I just put the physical cartridge in, and we play it like that. I don't download games. Luigi's Mansion 3. That's a terrible game. God, and you guys shilled that. Where did we put it? I don't even know where it's at. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a terrible game. It's a horrible game. First game is the best. The other games are trash. Terrible art direction. First games are more advanced. It's a fucking GameCube game, and here you have this like Disney version of Luigi's Mansion, which no one asked for. Horrible. Those Luigi Mansion games are not good. Number 2, number 3, not good. First one's the best. First one was made by Nintendo in Japan, I believe. And the second one I don't think was, and certainly not the third one. A bunch of lazy millennial devs working on that slop. Whew. I tried. I just bought it a few months ago, and we tried to give it a shot, but it's just so terrible. We've already played Borderlands 4. If you're waiting for that, I don't know what to tell you. We're done with this game. So you're going to have to figure that out. We already played Borderlands 4. We can't stream it. It drops frames. I mean, we could put it on low settings and probably it'll work then, but I don't need to play more. I've already seen the whole game. Shoot enemies that move on the screen, looter shooter. I don't play those games. That's an insult to my intelligence. The only one I'll play is the Division 1 because it has an interesting concept and an interesting visual thing going for it, but even that, after a while, is just repetitive slop. You gotta really turn your brain off to play these games. Watching numbers above their head, like that's so cringe. Elden Ring on Switch too? Yeah, I don't need to play another FromSoftware game. Like, I really don't. And I think everyone agrees. Everyone's burnt out. They milked that Elden Ring shit to the... They really did milk that Elden Ring stuff. Miyazaki thought, oh wow, Elden Ring is a massive success. They throw out this DLC that, no one really cares about. It's the same garbage on repeat, new bosses with the same gameplay mechanics. They throw out, not Switch, but Elden Ring, Night Rain, terrible game. No one wants Elden Ring anymore. It's 2022, and that was when it was cool, and it's out. So, they'll buy it when Elden Ring 2 comes out or whatever they call it, but I ain't playing those games. Horrible games. Never liked them. I mean, I knew some people in real life that liked them, and they were into like fucking anime shit. I don't do anime. I don't do FromSoftware nerdy ass internet darling shit. It's just cringe to me. I'm not gonna hack and slash a bunch of enemies where the joy fun factor is out the window. It's like, well, yeah, you complete this, and it's like, okay, if Miyazaki paid me to play his game, well, that's different. Then we'll say, okay, there's a real accomplishment here. But getting your little fake virtual trophy and showing how much of a loser you are is not an achievement. Go run on the treadmill, that's an achievement. Go throw the basketball on the hoop, that's an achievement. Getting an achievement in a virtual game, unless it's Wii Fit or something educational that you can take outside of the software and actually apply in a meaningful way. Beating a boss in Elden Ring is not an achievement. It is an achievement in showing how much of a loser you are. And how that's your entire existence, is that I beat a virtual boss. And now, I have this trophy. And it's like, this is crazy to me. You didn't accomplish anything. Like, what are you accomplishing? And that's what they strive for, Oh, Elden Ring, oh my God. And it's not just that game. Dark Souls, all those other games, Demon Souls, terrible games. Never liked them. Garbage. GTA 6 is really, that's it. There's nothing coming that has any potential. We saw Elder Scrolls 6 essentially with Starfield, same game design. I'm not wrong. That's why no one liked it. First of all, you got that boring space theme. That's already just a no-go, unless it's Mass Effect. No Man's Sky is getting updates 10 years later, which, by the way, that was never billed as a live service game, and it turned into one because they didn't know what they were doing. And the internet said, holy shit, thank you so much. And it's like, no, that's not what we bought. I didn't buy into a promise of 10 years later the game's going to be great. What the fuck? Like we wanted No Man's Sky to be what they were showing day one. Like, I don't... like I'm not buying a subscription that, okay, a decade later it's going to be great. It's going to blow you away. No. The fuck? Takes 10 years for these losers to fix their game and oh, they're free update. Okay, but that's not what we signed up for. That's not the game they were selling you. They weren't selling you a 10-year package and saying, you know what, guys, we fucked up. They didn't say that before launch. They were selling this game, and Sean Murray was hyping this sumbitch up to the moon and back, and then it comes out and it's just a barren wasteland of like, well, yeah, there's a bazillion whatever planets, but there's nothing to do on it. It's a snooze fest. Still is boring too, you know. People, they just want to keep hyping this slop up, but it's boring slop. Yeah, that's what they. Oh, I learned the boss, and that's so cringe to me. That's so cringe to me. Imagine making a game where the end user can figure out how to do this definitively every single time. It's beyond stupidity. I mean, really honestly, think about that. You learn the pattern of the boss, so you know when you replay it or you, whatever the case, you know exactly what to do. There's no sense of unpredictability. How is that good game design? I want my players, if I were making the game, to say, no, when you play this again, we're going to give you a different experience. The boss fight isn't going to be the same as it once was. It is so cringe to me how you guys prefer that and say, that's great game design. I've learned the pattern of the boss. I know the iframes. I know when the boss is going to do this and when to strike for maximum hit. Y'all are cringe as shit, homie. I'll tell you that right here and right now. Because my game would say, okay, you're in for round 2. We're going to give you round 2. The boss learned, right? We're secretly in the back working. And we're secretly saying, okay, we're going to monitor the player and the player's inputs on how they behave in this game. And when you come back for a new game and you fight this boss, it's going to behave differently. And it's going to throw your ass off guard. So that's a much more interesting approach. And it extends the life of the game because it's always throwing something new at you instead of just being this definitive thing where it's like, okay, this boss is going to do this at this point in the boss fight. I know what to do every single time because I want to get the speedrunner score. I beat the game in 30 minutes. You're cringe. These developers have no drive or motivation. They sit in the office all day and talk about American politics. They're too busy at the cafeteria feeding their face, right? We don't have nerdy programmers anymore in the basement making games out of love and passion and just doing, building and designing the game that they would want to play. It is all garbage. I mean, it really is. It's all garbage. Gaming is seriously horrible. And I can go back to old games and tell you that even some of those aren't great. So it's not a nostalgia thing. It's just we got losers making these games that have no business making games. And even the ones that are good, they have to make sure that the checklist is complete. They have to make sure that all of that is where it needs to be. And don't even start recommending indie games because no one's playing those games for a reason, okay? If an indie game were good, you would hear about it. That's how it works. Okay? So don't start recommending this fucking dumbass chill fishing game. Yeah, man, 2D pixel art. Shut the fuck up. That shit's horrible. Let me guess, the devs don't believe in crunch. They don't believe in working? Is that what you're saying? That's really what you're saying. Does Tom Brady believe in... Come on, man. The GTA 6 devs right now need to be busting their ass. They really do. They need to be busting their ass making that game. I don't care if they should be making some personal sacrifices. Maybe they can't go to little Johnny's birthday because they're working on GTA 6. Honestly, in my opinion, that is the priority. I'm not saying they should slave away in the office for, 24 hours straight, but mandatory office, very minimal breaks unless needed, and it's time to get to work. We know this is the deadline. We know this is the finish line, May 26, 2026, 250-something days away. You guys need to work instead of going on Twitter and showing off your pride flags. I mean, it's just like, get a fucking grip. Or putting your pronouns in your Twitter bio. This is why these games are garbage. You don't have people in there that are nerds anymore. I mean, that's the problem. You don't have people in there that are like fucking nerds. You got people in there that are like fucking, like, I don't even know how they got their job in the games industry. They probably got on their knees. I have no fucking clue. All the programmers are non-existent anymore. No one knows how to program anymore. We can see that very clearly. Because the AI, and I'm not talking about generative AI, I'm talking about non-playable NPCs, how they interact and behave with the player. Like, that shit's fucking all worse than it's ever been. That's the advancement where gaming should have went. Now it's all about ray tracing. It's all about 60 frames. It's all about these numbers that are just pointless. I don't care about GTA 6 frame rate unless it's unplayable. 1080p, lock it at 30, give me the best video game ever made. That's fine with me. But it's not fine with everyone else because they'd be bitching and having a hissy fit. Oh, Rockstar's charging $70 for a 1080p 30 game in 2025. Okay, but look at what you're getting. It's not about the specs. It's not about the numbers. If you could go into every interior in GTA 6, but the game were at 1080 30, would that really be a deal breaker at that point? I don't think it would. Anyone with a brain would say the specs don't matter. They're irrelevant. 1080p 30, they could do so much more with the game. But now they have to push these crazy resolutions and have all these little image tricks to upscale the image to get it to run so that Digital Foundry gives it the thumbs up. It's all garbage. It is straight up garbage. Hey, you know, Unreal Engine. You know, what happened to these proprietary engines? Well, they're all gone, you know. So we just go to Unreal Engine, we copy and paste assets. It's a terrible thing. Oh my God. Saints Row 2. Look at Saints Row 2. And I'm not saying that's the perfect game. It was nerds in a basement. Let me look up the Saints Row 2 dev team. I already know what that's going to look like. Saints Row 2 dev team. Okay. Images. Saints Row 2 dev team. Whew. Okay. Well, maybe there's not images. I thought maybe they got together and took a group photo back in the day. I don't know. But I know, you know, if you look at GTA 3, the old Rockstar GTA 3 dev team, it's like less than 20 people. Look at this. Nerds in a basement. That's really what this is. Look at this right here. Nerds in a basement, homie. Nerds in a basement. That's the dev team for GTA 3. How many people are working on this game? Let's go ahead and count right here. How many people are working on this game? How many people worked on Grand Theft Auto 3? They made the most revolutionary 3D video game. The most impactful 3D video game. And how many people are in this photo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And presumably this is everyone. I don't know. But there's like 24 or 25 people in this picture. This is how you do it. Now, these days, it's like we're working in this studio, and then we have this studio over here in fucking India working on some other aspect of the game, and there's no real communication. They're not working as a cohesive unit. These video games cannot be great because it's all over the place. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, and not only that, but they're in multiple different kitchens, and how is the food going to come together in a single dish that is presentable and sexy to the end user? The answer is it can't. It's over. It's over. If you look at the Tony Hawk devs, it's the same thing. Tony Hawk Pro Skater devs. I remember watching the credits and the videos. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1998. Look at this. It's just a small team. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Neversoft developers. Pull it up. Look at that. Small team. Reddit, by the way. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why are all these pictures from Reddit? It's a horrible place. But the point is that this is where gaming was at one point. And now if you were to type in the dev team, They wouldn't fit in one picture. It's over. Yeah, I mean, it really is over. You had nerds in the basement making what they wanted to make. There was no pushback from these because gaming got too big, it made too much money. So now these people that are in charge, they're saying, no, you got to make it like this because we're going to maximize profits. So GTA 6 can't rock the boat. You can't offend anyone. You can't piss people off. It's just not going to work like that. It's $1 billion game. They don't have that luxury anymore of making an edgy product that's going to be like, oh, wow, that was kind of like, no, you can't do that anymore. It's $1 billion plus game for the next 15 years. You think GTA 6 is going to be edgy? That shit's going to have Marvel writing. That shit is straight up going to have Marvel writing. And it's only going to be GTA 6 by name. Make a video about this. People don't listen, and I'm not interested in making videos for only 200 views. Now, if the video were guaranteed some views or something, we would put together videos. But I'm not interested in putting out videos unless they get views. Max Payne dev team. Let's take a look. Where's the support? First stream back in how many days? How many people asked when the next stream was? So much for a community. Max Payne 1998 dev team. Yeah, it's the same story. It's a bunch of nerds in the basement making really what they want to make without any real pushback. I'm sure there were hurdles and I'm sure there were challenges, but like, bro, it is not the same as it is today. That's the problem. If you were to look up the dev team for this, it's probably 800 plus people. Why does there need to be 800 plus people making a video game? Like there's just no justification. And plus, shouldn't the game be better if there's more people working on it? Unbelievable. Well, Dan Howe. Let me see. I saw this the other day. Dan Houser is going to do an on-camera interview. This is going to be interesting. Now, I hope it's IGN Grand Theft Auto's Dan Houser to make his first on-camera interview appearance at LA Comic-Con 2025 with IGN. September 27th. They better ask him GTA 6 questions. Obviously he's not going to. Because you have a once in a lifetime opportunity to ask the big questions. And why did he leave Rockstar? Like what I mean, we all know, but who recommended you to stream? Well, no one really did, and I said I wasn't going to do it, but we wanted to do a little test drive to show you how terrible it was, and we played it for 30 minutes, if that. Terrible game. It's the same game as it was on Xbox 360. You guys just love these games with 1998 mechanics. Like, bro, we're in 2025, almost 2026, and you guys are playing these games still? Oh, it's fun, by the way, No, well, that's great. I'm glad you're having fun with mediocrity, but, like, bro, I need a game that's going to fit where we're at in technology, and it doesn't exist. It's all the same garbage. Over and over and over and over again. This industry is worse than Hollywood, but Hollywood's dead too. No one's watching movies because why would they? That's another problem too. It takes these filmmakers how many years to put out a movie? Like, what are you guys doing? Stranger Things is coming back, by the way. Yeah, after how long of a gap? 3 years? Takes you guys that long to put out those videos? Mr. Beast is pumping out videos left and right. He gets more views than Netflix. Shit is all backwards. It's seriously all backwards. And in like 2 years from now, AI will be at a point where you can probably just actually generate a 3D game that's actually like way more impressive than what we have today. And that's going to be great because it's going to empower independent creators to say, okay, well, I have a unique vision. I have a unique idea. I don't know how to code, and I don't have the time to learn how to code or the resources. So I'm going to tell this thing what I want, and maybe, just maybe, it can put me on the right track. And that's really what we need, because if you're waiting on these teams, overbloated teams, to put together slop, you're going to be waiting until the fucking, you know, I don't know. I'm sick and tired of waiting. You know, GTA 6 is the be all end all. I mean, it really is. It's the end of an era before things really start to change with games and how they're made and things like that. The fact that these are made by actual humans and the quality has gone downhill is actually concerning. It's time for the machines to step in and actually put together something that's a little bit more digestible than this garbage. I mean, you're just putting out the same game. This is worse than Madden. You guys want to talk about how terrible Madden is and how terrible these sports games are. Guys, they have a strict deadline to make the fucking basketball game. They have a strict deadline to make the fucking football game. What are they supposed to do within that limited window of opportunity they have to say, okay, let's see what players thought about this year's iteration. Let's expand upon that. Let's improve upon things. They can't rewrite the whole fucking game and put it out within 1 year. That's ludicrous. Fallout New Vegas, your favorite game. You know, Fallout New Vegas, right? The game was made in less than 2 years, right? A year and a half or whatever it was. Guess what that is? It's a fucking asset flip. They didn't make that shit from scratch. I mean, I guess the map technically, right? But it's just Fallout 3 assets. Bethesda did all the work. So Obsidian comes over and says, okay, we'll throw our little spin on it. And what do they really have to do? Not that much. Once you make the map, you can just, that's all you have to do is make a good map. Simulated Soul is in the building with the 5. If Borderlands doesn't get patched up performance-wise, it will die really quick. Well, no one wants to play Borderlands in 2025. I mean, the movie flopped. You know, Borderlands' interest is very low. I don't think anyone needs to play a Borderlands game in 2025. That's crazy. Superman is getting a sequel. I don't care. Okay, we're gonna get you up out of here. You're an alt. It's really annoying. Yeah, and the RE4 remake and oh man, the fact that people's and look, everyone's entitled to their opinion, okay, but like, bro, I don't know. I just don't understand, and it's not a nostalgia thing, okay? It really isn't, because there's a lot of old games that I could say suck, and you don't want to hear that because you guys will get mad. But when you have a game like RE4 and a game that just provided so much content for the PS2, Xbox, GameCube era, right? Initially only on GameCube. You have a game that's just really like, wow, you know, you got your money's worth. It was jam-packed, full of replayability. It felt great, controlled well. You know, it was entertaining. You take a classic, iconic game like that, and you just put it through the machine. For these soulless consumers that just gobble up anything. And you just bastardize this whole fucking game. But because it's new and shiny, these losers come out of the woodwork and they're like, oh, we love it. It's better than the original. And they're just so fucking cringe. And if you like the remake over the original, that's great. I'm so glad that your standards are so low that that's where you're at. But when I pick up the shotgun in the RE4 original and you fire it, you feel like it's a different weapon than the other weapons. And in the remake, for example, the shotgun, the enemies don't even blow back. Why would I want to play that? Like honestly, sit there and ask yourself, why would I want to play that? They didn't think that through? Oh, the original is so comical. The original is so terrible. The original is, you know, the remake is so much more realistic and grounded. I'm having so much fun, you know. Yeah, I bet you guys are. I mean, it's just like I don't understand how you could ruin, or just not ruin, but just look at the source material of the OG and look at that and say, this is a remake that holds up to the original. It doesn't hold up to the original. It's a total disgrace. Now, it's RE4, but it's RE4 for a new generation and only in name. And this generation gobbles up anything. They don't care. It just doesn't make sense. 200K playing Borderlands? It must be a new generation thing. Like, because really, when was the last one that came out? 2021? 2022? That was garbage, too. But before that, it was even later. What, 2008, 2009? It must be a whole new generation. Wait till the GTA 6 comes out. The internet's going to be offline. YouTube's going to be down. Consoles will be sold out everywhere. You guys don't get it, but this motherfucking game going to bring the normies truly back to gaming, right? Your grandma's going to know of GTA 6. Now, right now, it's dead. But hopefully Rockstar is smart enough to know that what they're working on is actually really big this time around, more so than ever before. And they need to make sure that the game is really worth and holds up to the hype in some degree. But it's going to be one of those games where it's like, well, it might be technically impressive and it might be what we're looking for in a lot of areas, but it's only going to be GTA by name, right? The co-workers at Rockstar, the ex-employees at Rockstar have already kind of come out and said it's probably going to be less edgy, and maybe they don't really know what's going on, but they worked long there. They worked long enough for the company to probably understand. It's Take-Two ship now. I mean, they've always owned Rockstar, but it's just like when the game makes $1 billion and it generates so much revenue, it's like they don't have a say anymore. They just don't. You think Dan Houser's going to go up against the $1 billion fucking suits and say, this is my fucking, this is my game? No, that ain't happening. They're going to go tell him to sit the fuck down. This is our property. So Sam Houser's a bitch. And he's taking it, he's going to toe the line. He ain't going to stick up. And it'll show in the final product. Now, obviously, I don't know, but it'll show in the final product. The controversial and edgy stuff won't be, this generation might say, holy shit, that's whack, but it ain't gonna be. It'll be super tame. And if they do remaster GTA 4, those interiors certainly won't be in the game, which is maybe actually a great thing. I mean, honestly, maybe they should censor the fucking game. All these weirdos, like, they should start censoring these games. I'm actually for it. I'm not even trolling. I think that's what they should do. I think by default the game should be censored, but if you can prove you're 25 or older, because that's when the science says your brain fully develops, then you can unlock the uncensored version. And I'm serious. I think that's the solution. I really do think that's the solution. Where it's like, okay, you can buy the game, but if you want the real the mature experience, you're going to have to verify that you're of age to play the game. I think that's what needs to happen with GTA 6. Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Borderlands 4 is breaking records. Yeah. Everything's breaking records. RE4 remake is dark and washed out characters and robots. Yeah, I mean, Crocat made a video on it. It's fantastic, and they literally couldn't handle it. And I knew that. I said, how is he going to make a video on this game? I mean, I felt it myself with the little viewership that we have over here, and it's like, when it's amplified like that, it's like, yeah, they just came up with excuses to justify their narrative. The video was doctored, the audio this, the audio that, and it's just like, bro. They just got excuses for everything. They couldn't handle someone else saying something a little bit different, or showing the reality, not saying, but showing the reality of it. And they just they couldn't handle it. So they had to come up with lies and excuses. Total fabrication. Feeling another delay. I think it's too soon to say, but knowing the Rockstar of today, yeah. I mean, they're too busy in the cafeteria eating and playing table tennis probably and all these other leisure activities, and it's like you should seriously see some of these studios. I mean, they just got all these like recess activities for the hardworking employees here, and it's like, well, that's great, but like, bro, if they're able to just get up whenever they want and go play table tennis with a bunch of coworkers for like 2 hours and go to lunch and the whole fucking day's over, and it's like, what work was put in? I mean, it's insane. Oh, do you think Ghost of Yotei will be successful? No one's playing that trash. Can you imagine that's the best PlayStation has to offer in 2025? Like the same game that released in 2020 with... That's the best PlayStation has to offer. That's their exclusive, by the way. Ghost of Yotei. Same game that released 5 years ago. Unbelievable. I mean, it really is unbelievable. It's worse than Madden. Took them half a decade to put out the same game. And who wants to play another Samurai game? Show of hands. Who wants to play another Samurai game? Nobody wants to play another Samurai game. They're putting out zombie games. That's what they were doing back in the day in 2010 and, you know, around that era. Zombie game, zombie game, zombie game. People got tired of it. Now it's samurai, 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 Japan, 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 samurai, 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 Japan, Japan, Japan. I just don't need to play another Japanese samurai sword game. I don't need to play that again. I've already played them. In the past 8 years, they've been putting out the same game. And something's freezing in here. I don't know what's going on. That's weird. Yeah, the computer's dying. Did you guys see that? No. Computer's dying. That's okay. We're not getting a new one. I don't want one. If it dies, it's over. We'll still stream. We can still stream, but there's no reason to get another gaming computer because there's no games to play. I mean, why would I need another gaming computer? There's no games. The devs on Twitter are posting controversial stuff. I mean, I don't really want to stream it. I don't really want to stream any other game. The game I want to, GTA 6 is the biggest. It's the biggest video game. So, but you want me to sit around out here and play Silent Hill F and shit, and it's like looks horrible. Dying Light 2 or Dying Light 3, whatever that's called, Dying Light the Beast, like it. I've already played the Dying Light games. I mean, I'm not saying that one's bad, but it's just when you really, I mean, you break it down, it's more of the same with a few tweaks. But that's the problem with these gamers is that they love consuming the same thing on repeat over and over and over again. It's just like, please get a job at an assembly line where you just do this the most repetitive task for 8 or so hours a day. Like you just need to go do that because that's what you love doing. You love doing it in a virtual, like really break down the psychology of that. I mean, to me, it's just like if you love doing this in a virtual world where you're just doing the same mundane task, like oh, I need to chop trees down to build this in a game. Okay, you're doing that for 8 hours straight. Why don't you just get a job that has a repetitious task? You're going to get paid for it. You're going to be socializing with a few other people. I mean, I just don't understand. Now, if these games had a solution for this and said, okay, come into our online world and we'll pay you. We'll actually pay you to play our game. Well, then that's the solution. But they want us to do busy work and chore work in these games. And it's just like, bro, when you hit a certain age, it's not fun to do that anymore. I mean, it's really not. Unless you're a total loser. If these Elder Scrolls fans are probably 40-something years old and they want to go fucking role play in Skyrim or something, and it's like, y'all need to get a life. Now, if you're a content creator or something, that's a little different. You know, you're just making content. But if you're sitting down and you're playing World of Warcraft and you're 40-something years old, or I mean, it's a virtual drug is really what it is. Oh my God. Who are these losers in here? You guys all talk the fucking same. You can't come in here with different profiles and then have all the same fucking rhetoric. Jesus. Like, how does everyone... You're telling me there's how many people in the chat? 15 people? Everyone talks the same? Oh, come on. Wait, is this this is a PS4 game, ain't it? Oh, Lord. Oh. They have to start... No, Borderlands 4 is not on the PS4. Yeah, I mean, you know, Wii Fit, okay? Wii Fit is a video game. But it's much more than that, because the achievements that you're getting in Wii Fit are actually beneficial to you. But you don't want to play that because it's not fun. You know, it requires a little work. That's the problem with gamers. They said, you know, in 2006, 2007, when those motion controls really started becoming a thing, when the Wii came out, what was it, 2006 or 7? And then, you know, other companies followed suit. You are the controller, Xbox Connect. These gamers didn't want to do that. They're fat slobs. They're losers. Okay, I hate to say this, but it's just true, right? It really is, because they dictated that we're not into motion controls. The reason why they're not into motion controls is because that requires work. Their fat asses want to sit on the couch all fucking day and not do anything. They don't want to wave their hand around. That's silly looking, right? Yeah, what's really silly looking is how you thought you got a fucking achievement fighting a virtual boss because some cool... You guys are losers. Show me your stats in Wii Fit. Get on that balance board and do some fucking, you know, jumping jacks or something. And then I'll say, you know what? Wow, great fucking job. That actually is an achievement. And then you can actually feel better about yourself too. But y'all want to fucking play these stupid ass games because, wow, you know, I want to... Okay, show me a game that's good then. Oh, well, it doesn't exist. See, that's the problem. I can go with the escapism and say, okay, yeah, let's go into a virtual world and let's live our life into this virtual world. But the game has to be great, and it doesn't exist. So we're hoping GTA 6 is that game. Because you guys love to consume garbage.
Brando Vibes super chatted $10. Just shoot me the lasso when you launch that new program. I'll be there day one with the world-class veteran video game critic.
Yeah. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Straight up, Brando is carrying this show here today. Speaks volumes. These people just can't be bothered to come through. But straight up, Brando is in the building. He's had enough. Straight up, Brando's in the building. He's had enough of this shit. 6-time Tony Hawk combo, I believe. Or maybe 5, but a very high Tony Hawk combo for straight up Brando. Long-time viewer, long-time supporter, veteran of the show. Coming through in a way that makes sense. I would never play a game like Power Wash Simulator. I agree. Or Lawn Mowing Simulator. Can you imagine playing Lawn Mowing Simulator, but you don't want to go mow the grass in real life? Yeah, that's a mental illness. No, I'm serious. Like, I can understand, you know, if you're coming home from work, you want to play something chill for a little bit, but it's like when you're starting to substitute like real life things with these virtual simulation games and experiences, you're a loser. I mean, quite frankly, I don't understand that. Just go outside and start the lawnmower and mow grass if you want to do it. So, that requires physical activity though. That's the problem. Gamers are fat and unhealthy because they're losers. Sit around all day and spend... You know, what are you doing? The game sucks. Why are you spending 80 hours a week on this fucking game? It's trash. If the game were good, I'd say, okay, have your fun. I'm not going to... But you guys are playing garbage. That's the problem. So it's not a problem with, well, you want to escape into this virtual world. That's fine with me, right? But the game has to be good, in my opinion. And right now, we don't have one good game that's released this year. I've yet to play one good game that's released this year. It's all trash. It's all the same garbage. Don't even start bringing up that Expedition 33 stuff. Why ads all over the chat? Is this some YouTube news? I don't know what you're talking about. Can you speak in English? There's no ads on the stream. I didn't put any on. I can screenshot it and show you. I don't put ads on my stream because we don't have viewers to begin with. If I put a bunch of ads on my stream, it's going to be really annoying and people are going to leave. So I don't. It literally says right here, focus on your live stream and let YouTube insert ads for you. I have it turned off. So if it's rolling ads, I don't know what it's doing, but we have them turned off. But now if we had like 11,000 viewers or something in here, you bet your ass there'd be ads fucking playing. But when you have very little people watching to begin with, you don't put on ads because that's not the focus. Can't even talk about video games. It's unbelievable. Yeah, they just have no desire to do that. But they'll spend money on them. They'll spend hours of their life on them. They can't talk about them, but they sure indulge them. Okay, Mom Spaghetti, we're gonna get you up out of here. Jesus, go listen to Eminem or something, you dumbass. Jesus Christ. The shilling for Expedition 33. Oh, horrible games. I mean, if you like them, that's great, but I'm not. The thing is with the people that like those games is they love to tell you how great those games are, and it's like I don't go to other people's channel and say, hey, don't buy Expedition 33, it's trash. I don't care. But they have to come over here and tell me that, oh, those were the best games of this year, and it's like, you guys are crazy. Dark Cloud on the PS2 is better than that. It's Unreal Engine. You guys hate Unreal Engine, but you'll make an exception for Expedition 33. That's double standard, homie. The fuck? It's a channel for video games. Borderlands is one of the easiest games ever. It's over. Yeah, well, they somehow couldn't figure that out because, I don't know. You got over how many videos on this channel, and they couldn't figure out it was primarily about video game discussion. I mean, how many of the percentage of videos are not about video games? It's very low. It's got to be very low. How many videos do we have on the channel? Hundreds. What's the topic about? Video games, primarily. But we can't figure that out, by the way. Well, that's a you problem. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know who that is. These gaming content creators are boring. So they're really boring. Slop Song will get Game of the Year. No, Expedition 33 will. That's an internet darling game. Expedition for the Jeff Keighley special, it's going to be Expedition 33. But I hope it isn't. That would be funny if it weren't, because they would get so mad. But if you really look at what's come out, I mean, I don't even know how you even have a list of Game of the Year contenders, because nothing's really that good to even be a contender. Name one good game that's come out this year. Go ahead. Because maybe we missed it, but I don't think we've missed it. Go ahead. Come on, guys. You know how to communicate. I see you guys in other chat rooms. I'm not going to call you out. We know how you guys operate. Oh, believe me. We're looking. We know how you guys communicate like normal human beings elsewhere. You can drop the gimmick in here. Because you've already been exposed. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a little taste test here. We got the Chucky Fanta. Where's the support? Straight up Brando's got to carry the whole fucking show. That's why we don't go live. You guys can't handle it. I'm playing this shit. Fanta. Chucky Punch. Chucky's Punch. Are you guys ready? One in the chat. Let's go. I need this chat to turn up. Jeez. I'm going to make a new reality show. It's called, we're going to get, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get people that want to become streamers, because everyone wants to be a streamer, right? They don't, believe me. Okay, they think they do, but they don't, right? We're going to get these, we're going to get like 5 people that want to become streamers. And we're going to have them stream to like no viewers for 30 days straight, right? And whoever is committed to doing it with little to no viewers for that 30-day duration is declared the winner. Because that person has the drive, has the motivation. That's the reality show. Who's going to withstand streaming to no viewers for 30 days straight? Yeah, let's put them through that test, and let's see who's coming out on top. Because then we'll know that, okay, they have the drive, they have the motivation within themselves to continue to actually want to do this. No one's going to want to do that. So you guys want to sit there and oh, I want to become a streamer. Yeah, it doesn't work when you have no viewers. You guys watch the top streamers all the time. They have an engaging viewership base, right? That always fucks with their shit. If you don't have that, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. You can't go too far with it. Man, that's not something that you can really, I guess unless you buy bots. It's not something you can really ask for. Split Fiction, that's trash. That's the worst game that guy made. That's the worst game that guy made. A Way Out's better than that. I think It Takes Two is a little bit better than that. A little bit more interesting with the gameplay mechanics. Split Fiction is trash. Okay, I was on board with that guy, Joseph. What was his name? Very innovative developer, but like that game is trash. Like you're combining the worst genres, space and fantasy. It's like, we ain't playing that shit. Go play A Way Out. That's way better. You guys are losers if you don't think. You got bad taste, I'll tell you that. You got bad taste. Kingdom Come 2, that's garbage. We've already played it. I've shown you the cracks. Don't act like it's a groundbreaking RPG with NPCs that are so unique and so lively and so this and so that. We've already played it. We were able to show the cracks within a couple of hours. Why are the Skype lines not open? Because Skype doesn't exist anymore. Let's go ahead and get you banned. See, when you come in here with a low IQ question, you're going to get a stupid answer. Are you guys living under a fucking cave for half a decade? You wasted half a decade watching this show with 100 plus viewers? Like, Jesus Lord. I think they should ban YouTube too. Get this entertainment shit up out of here, and it's like, well, people are going to go find jobs. Think about it. Really think about it. That's another reality show we have. I got an idea for another reality show. That one's too good to tell you what it's about, though. Yeah, I mean, when you just come in here with a low IQ bait like that, there's low quality hanging fruit. I mean, you're just going to have to get up out of here. You knew it was offline, and you came in here and said something stupid. And there's not really a great alternative. Don't even act like there is. There's really not. I don't want to do internet stuff. If we could do this show in front of 20 people in real life, it would be fantastic. But that, I don't think it's a possibility. Doing stuff on the internet is boring. I mean, it really is. Everyone's doing stuff on the internet. Everyone can do it. You know, it's just the same thing over and over again. Well, I'm enjoying Alan Wake 2. Oh, Lord. No, that's not a video game, bro. That's a walking simulator. There's no gameplay in those games, bro. There's all you have. Oh. Horrible game with a Remedy is one of the worst developers. They think they're so, they think they're Martin Scorsese, making this like, wow, this video game is going to be taken seriously, and we're going to get a movie deal. It's unreal. Yeah, I was the first to go to a planet in Starfield. We got 0 credit, and the next day, a certain someone wants to replicate that idea. And then they got all the credit for it. So I guess it doesn't matter who's first. That's what would happen for GTA 6 as well. If we somehow figured something out in GTA 6 that no one else did, since we got so many cloud chasers and so many leashes and so many just like people that watch with bad intentions, they would just pull it, take it, run with it, and say it's their idea, get all the credit, get all the views, get all this and all that. And it's just a shame, but it's just the reality of it. I've been playing Borderlands 4 with my brother. It's pretty fun. I think we need to do a segment where it's like, how are video games fun? I don't understand what fun you guys are having in these virtual... You sit down in front of a display. like this is real. Like this is a real thing that I'm holding. This isn't virtual, right? I put the time into this. It gives it to me back, right? Why aren't you guys playing guitar? What are video games even? Like I seriously am convinced at this point that they were like the devil somehow had something to do with this, because it's like, bro, you put on a game to have fun? Well, the problem is that these games aren't fun. So it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. No, we're not streaming the Nintendo, especially with the support this low today. If the support in here would have been fantastic, we would have probably said, okay, we can make some exceptions and start streaming a little bit more often. But when you guys can't come through, and you don't ask, which is free, by the way, you don't ask when the next stream is, it's like, well, if my fans aren't asking when the next stream is, they don't give a shit. So, that's why this month we're cutting back a bit on these streams, because, well, there's no reason to do it. The guitar is crap. Video games are fun. You're a loser. In my opinion, the best video games have a physical aspect to them. Rock Band, for example, I can play the drums, and I'm actually kind of learning how to play the drums, right? Like you're getting something from that experience. You're getting the virtual side, and then you're getting something that you can actually take with you and say, well, you know what? Maybe this game motivated me to become an actual drummer. Or I played Guitar Hero, and we were in a band-like setting. Rock Band's a fantastic example of this because, it was a party game. Everyone had to come together. Someone played the guitar, someone played the drums, someone did the vocals, someone did this, that, and the third. And it's like, wow, this was like a very unique experience to say, wow, this piece of software, it's like, yeah, you could play solo, but it wasn't as fun. It didn't hit the same. The best way to play Rock Band 1 was to play and jam with your buddies. And maybe people got inspired from that experience and said, you know what, let's start a fucking band, They had their fun with that, and they said, well, we want to take it to the next step. We want to start our own band. I know there's success stories out there. Now, it doesn't mean that the band went on to make waves, but I'm just saying, I mean, if in my opinion, if I made Rock Band and someone came away from that experience and said, I want to formulate a real band because I was inspired by playing Rock Band and having fun with that and the companionship that you have with other people in real life, I think that's a fantastic thing. But you losers do not understand that shit. You guys just want to slave away. Like fuck this shit. It's garbage. It's cancerous. No, we're not streaming the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. That shit's early as fuck. I'm not waking up for these freeloading bums in here. What time is it? Streaming that slot. What are the rumors? You can't even find the official thing. There has to be a physical component. Yeah, that's early in the morning. I'm not streaming that. If you want to donate $200 or something, you bet your ass I'll get up tomorrow and fucking stream that. You got to start sponsoring these streams if you want world-class coverage, and if you can't afford it, then I don't know. We're not doing it. It's not in the game plan. I mean, I just think when you hit a certain age and you're still playing these games, I think it is a problem. I'm serious. I think it's a problem. If you're in your early 20s or something, it's like, okay, cut you some slack there. But if you're 35, 40, and your desire is to rush out to the GameStop, that's a boomer thing, actually. They don't do that anymore. But if your desire is to wait for the game to unlock on a digital screen, like, that would make sense if the game were good. The problem is they don't make great games. So it doesn't make sense to me. If they made great games, I would be all there for you. I'd say, yeah, let's celebrate this. This is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. This is new. This is fresh. This is interesting. They don't make great games anymore. And I don't care if the viewers are leaving. They're losers. They can all leave and never come back for all I care. Really couldn't give two shits. You guys like garbage. That's the problem. You guys think everything is fun. Video games are not fun. They haven't been fun in nearly 15 years. It's only one good game. Will you cover the Dan Houser interview live? I don't know if it's being broadcasted. I don't know. I will say with competitive games, at least there's something that kind of there. But if you're just like sitting around and, I don't know. Oh my God. Huh. Yeah. Well, wait until you get 30-something years old. Wait until you're in your 30s. You ain't. There's something changes in the brain, and it's just like. You don't have a desire to play this shit anymore because it's, first of all, it's not, it's the same garbage.
Reg D super chatted $4.99.
You guys are
I'm
consumers.
So ready to consume this slop like the consumer I am. It's not over. She does love.
You guys are straight up consumers. Reggie D in the building with a 5. Yeah, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. He's so ready to consume the slop like the consumer I am. That's the problem. You guys are consumers. Okay, so you guys like the social aspect of gaming. That's the problem. That's the Battlefield hype. That's the Battlefield 6, by the way. No one's actually hyped for the game. It's a social game. That's the problem. And that only lasts for a certain amount of time. We're so back. It's peak. It's cinema. Oh, wow, we're rallying together, and this is a glorious moment. I remember playing Battlefield 15 years ago, and it was so fun, and now it's back. Wow, this is so cool. They're not excited for the actual gameplay. They're not excited for the actual game. They're excited because everyone in their grandma's saying it's good. It's a social game. That's the problem with these games, is they're not making long-lasting game experiences that are actually fucking outstanding. They're making these dumb, hype, fucking clickbait games for streamers where it's like, yeah, this thing is awesome, and it's cringe. This shit is not going to last. The Battlefield 6 hype will come and go quick. By mid-November, the whole fucking fan base for Battlefield 6 is going to say, this shit sucks. Guarantee it. Because the game isn't there's nothing outstanding about it. We're so back, by the way. Okay, but how long does that last for? How long do your buddies say, let's run this back? How long does that really last for? And you know it doesn't last for long. Because once your friends stop playing it, you're going to drop it too. So it's a social game. It's over. Well, every game gets boring. Every game gets tiring. We always love to move on. Well, then you guys are consumers. Get in the consumer club. You're not gamers. Video games were created by the devil. I mean, it's just a sad thing. I could excuse them and say, well, if the game were great and fun, I mean, yeah, let's jump into this virtual world and have some fun in it. But when these game developers don't know what they're doing anymore and they just rehash the same slop and it's worse than it's ever been, no one's got time for that. No Battle Royale in October, then the game's dead. What about the new Call of Duty game? No one's playing that either. It's all garbage. They had to rush these games out for GTA 6. Oh, and did you guys, let me pull this up. I actually wanted to talk about this. This is fucking stupid. We're not playing Ghost of, well, I said that about Borderlands, but we barely played it, so. But right here, IGN, GTA 6 delay wasn't bad news for everyone. Ghost of Yotei dev jokes it sparked a studio-wide celebration. They're celebrating because GTA 6 got delayed, by the way. Like, GTA 6 got delayed, so now we can push our game out and say, we have a chance now. Well, the game sucks. It's the same game that you put out 5 years ago. Unbelievable. They're celebrating that the biggest entity in all of video games got delayed. They don't want to see this medium get pushed forward because they got to ship their game, right? And that's more important than GTA 6. These guys are losers. Woke. Very woke people. Really sad situation. I already said GTA 6 is the big test. It's the final test on whether or not this medium can really provide something that's actually worth investing time and money into. It's that simple. If I play GTA 6, I'll put the controller down if I'm impressed, and I'll say, you know what, I do want to spend 300 hours into this world. Yeah, that's kind of loserish, but at least it's going to be a fun time. I'm not putting hours into these games if they're miserable and woke and anti-fun. Now, you guys will because, it's either a multiplayer social thing or it's a little social movement on the internet like, ooh, Silk Song. And it's like, okay, well, you're lonely playing it. Your ass is sitting there. It's not multiplayer, right? So your ass is sitting there and, you're on the forums because you want to get social, right? But there's no way to actually socialize within the game as far as I know. So you have to just kind of like, we got Silk Song on over here, but we're actually in the forums discussing it because that's actually really the main game. If that makes any sense. And that's the problem. These games suck. Oh my God, it's so terrible. Oh my God, it's cough syrup. Wow, this sucks. Oh my God, it tastes like shit. Oh. Well, it's warm too. If it were cold, maybe it'd be better, but man, that... I was hoping RE9 offered something new. Oh, it looks... well, the thing is that there's more to the game apparently than what they're showing. They're playing it safe right now by showing a pretty generic slice of what people... but apparently the game opened... I mean, we don't know, but... Apparently the game opens up a little bit, and we'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, yeah, RE9 doesn't look interesting. I mean, it's the same. Oh, a monster's chasing you in a dark corridor. Wow, you know, Capcom, round of applause, dude. Like, wow, I've never played a game where a fucking big bad monster is chasing you throughout the fucking level. That's never been done before. I've never played those hide and seek games before. You know, round of applause, Capcom. Just holy shit, shut up and take my money. So it's super generic, brings nothing new to the table. The consumers don't care, especially the Resident Evil fan base. They're just foaming at the mouth. They want the same thing on repeat. You know, if the game turns into something totally different, then that's fantastic. We don't need to play another Resident Evil game where you have to find this very specific fucking weird-ass key to open this weird-ass fucking door. That's cringe. If you have the fire axe, if you want to spend 20 minutes actually pressing RT, you should be able to bash the door down. That's the new mechanic on how we innovate Resident Evil. It's like, well, we have the traditional puzzle pieces, but if you actually, and we're not going to tell you this, but if you actually play the game how you want to play it, we're going to reward you and say, yeah, you can actually bust that door down if you spend 20 minutes working at it. There you go. Then I'll say, damn, the devs actually fucking, they respected my intelligence, and they said, okay, Michael wants to play it this way, we're going to let him pass through. But when you have these loser devs that just want to sit there and it's got to be this one, it's like, oh, you know, you got to find this puzzle piece to do this. It's so cringe. Should be multiple ways to progress in a storyline in a Resident Evil game. You know, you shouldn't need the bolt cutters in order to get through the door. Like it's just cringe. Exactly. But here's the thing. They shouldn't tell you that it's in the game, right? They shouldn't tell you that it's in the game. Because then it would be like, wow, I've actually discovered this. Has anyone else discovered this? It's really not hard to make a video game. I mean, you really start with one door and say, okay, here's the traditional script. You got to find this key. Maybe defeat this enemy to find the key. It's boring. It's played out. Okay, whatever. The consumers love it. Put it in. But we're also going to not tell you this. We're also going to have an option of the game where it's like, okay, if you have this big weapon, right, that can bash enemies and do all of this crazy stuff, you can also use it to actually progress your way. It's sort of like Donkey Kong Bonanza, where it's like, okay, well, we have the kind of path that we want players to take, but you can kind of do what you want. And you know, that's kind of that's the best example that I can give. Sweetheart, I'll tell you what, it is, Oh, I think fucking Pepto-Bismol is better than that. Holy shit. You're not supposed to drink it, actually. You know, it's just a sad situation. Okay, this guy wrote a whole fucking novel in here. He says you can now play RE9 in first person or third person, just like Skyrim, the second version of GTA 6. There's fans that are gaga about it. I don't know what that means. Capcom really thinks that they're making something special just because you can change the perspective of the experience? Like, are you guys serious? To me, that shows they have no direction. They have no balls. Why are you giving the player choice like that? Can you reward the player with a little bit more subtlety? Well, you know, you can click R3 and he'll go into third-person mode. And it's like, does that really experience? Like, Resident Evil 4 doesn't have first-person mode, and it's a classic. The original, anyway. So I don't know why we need different perspectives. Pick a lane. Say, this is our game direction. If you don't like it, tough luck. Why are we trying to appeal to everyone? Oh, this, you know, 50% of people over here say that they want first-person, and 50% of people over here say that they want fucking third person. Who gives a shit? Put the game in the perspective that benefits the experience and quit worrying about what players want to do in the options menu. These losers don't want to play games. It's unbelievable. Okay, this guy's spamming. I just read your comment. We're going to get you up out of here. We got to wrap this up. The support is abysmal today. For a 3-hour stream, support is not here. No, which is fantastic because we're not going live for the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. I'm not. You think I'm waking up that early to? Fuck that bullshit. That's early in the morning, sitting around watching that Nintendo slot. The puzzles were annoying in the old Resident. Yeah, they were terrible. It never made sense. Like, logically, why are we doing puzzles? Like, what kind of Raccoon City, by the way? Like, I mean, you know, I don't know the lore of Resident Evil that deep because I'm not a loser, but it's like, you know, in the remakes, they said, well, the police station was converted from an old museum or something, and that's why things are weird like that. So I guess that kind of justifies it, but, like, a lot of them want, exactly, Blur. A lot of them wanted to play with the settings and not the game. That's what I'm saying. They want to get into the settings, and they want to see the performance. They want to see the options. They want to see the accessibility. That's the game that they like. They don't like actually playing the game. Because people complained RE7. Who gives a shit? Does Steven Spielberg compromise his vision because a bunch of losers in the theater said that they didn't like what they saw? Like, you guys are crazy. That's woke. Can you imagine if we came together and we all made a video game in here? The 5 chatters that are in here. We came together, 5 or 8 chatters. We came together and we said we're going to make a video game, and we put out a demo, and people say, oh, we don't like this perspective. Who gives a shit? like you can't pander creatively to the masses because your vision, if you have one, is compromised. You don't have a vision any longer if you have no direction. Who cares if people don't like it? Like, that's why there's no grit or balls anymore. It's just like, well, we can't rock the boat anymore. We can't afford to rock the boat anymore. So we're going to have a whole fucking laundry list of things that you can turn on and off in the game to best suit your experience. That is woke. I'm sorry, but that is woke. It shows weakness. It shows that you have no direction. It shows that your team sucks, that you're incompetent, that you have no vision, that you're creatively bankrupt. You're losers. This is the way the game is going to be played, and if you don't like it, you don't buy it. It's really that simple. The support tonight hasn't been really great. That's what I'm saying straight up, Brando, and thank God you were here, because without your support, shit, we would never go live again. God. It's like, that's why we pulled the strings back, because y'all couldn't keep up. And then we pull them back, and you still can't keep up. So, you know. Now, to be fair, I said I wasn't going to play this game, and we barely did. But, you know, it doesn't run anyway. Well, I mean, I would have played a little bit more, but not too much more, because that shit's slop. Horrible. They made the RE engine with first person in mind, then pandered an RE8 and made a third person mode. Yeah, and it leaves you with a game that's directionless. Now, granted, by default, I think it's on first person, but I don't know why the option's there. I'm not sure why that's an important aspect. It's because they want to make more money. That's really what it's about. They did a little survey, and they said, oh, you know, 75% of players, you know, want to play it in third person. Who gives a shit? Then they don't, you know, maybe not 75, but it's unreal. Oh, imagine if James Cameron asked the public. That's what I'm saying. It's just, and I understand video games are a little different, but it's like, bro, you don't. It would be like the Star Wars guy if George Lucas came out and said, "Hey, I'm going to buy Disney back. I'm gonna buy Star Wars back from Disney. I'm making a new Star Wars movie, and I'm gonna go to the fans." No. Can you imagine the train wreck that would be? So then why is George Lucas, you know what I mean? Why would he even make the movie if he's just going off of what other people want? Like, I don't understand. There's no human element to that. It's just a bunch of bullshit, pandering. If you can't let the creative be creative, then it's over. I'm glad everyone's leaving. These losers need to get out of here. Fake-ass fucking people. Go consume and play your games, you know?
I love video games.
Gee, well, you know, they were fun too, you know, about 15 years ago, but show me one good game. And I'll put some time into it. Show me one good game that's worth my time, that's worth my attention. Show me one good game. Oh, you can't. It's the same garbage on repeat. Oh, it's an Unreal Engine 5 game. It's your Game of the Year contender, by the way. Yeah, I'm not playing that. The only game that has potential is GTA 6. And right now that could go either way. So we got a long road. But I'll be damned if we put that game in and we play it and it ain't up to fucking expectations. I mean, what was the wait for then? That's what I want to know. Fence sitters, no vision, just pure game. Yeah, it's a sad situation. Should I buy Hell of Us or Gran Turismo? Huh. Probably Gran Turismo. I don't know. I mean, Hell of Us is horrible. At least Gran Turismo, you get a solid racing game. Hell of Us is slop. Still, my guitar gently weeps. Rock band, Beatles rock band. Oh, Michael hates every game. You know, he's a grifter. He doesn't play video games, and it's like, yeah, I got a high quality for fucking standards. You know, very picky on what we like. Suck a big one. I don't know. But I will say the Beatles rock band is definitely in the top 10, probably best video games ever made. And I didn't even know the Beatles before I played that game, but it's I mean, if you really are a fan of the Beatles, and obviously you have to be a fan of them, and not everyone is, I get that, but if you are a fan of the Beatles, I mean, it really is a love letter. A lot of care and attention to detail went into that thing, from the UI to the gameplay experience to just everything's fantastic. But, I mean, that's just a very specific thing. And when you compare it to the Guitar Hero Metallica, that didn't compare. When you compare it to the Green Day game, that didn't compare. They were all cheap copycats. Silent Hill F, we'll check it out, but we're not really that excited. It's Unreal Engine slop. Fight some monsters with a crowbar. Spooky cutscene. I mean, jeez. Someone wrote a whole fucking paragraph. Never seen this guy before in my chat, and he's gassing me up, by the way. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, you got to get your bots to be a little bit more realistic. I've never seen this guy in this chat before, and he's gassing, like, great channel, you know. You're saying all the right things. Well, then where's the support? Never been in here before. Oh, I'm new, by the way. If I found your Borderlands stream, well, cool, because you ain't coming back. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, someone wrote a whole other paragraph in here. Unreal Engine really killed gaming. Too many studios of sats creating clone games and calling them original. Well, I mean, I agree, but the normies don't, so we're in the wrong, I guess. I don't know. The thing is, people don't agree. It's a very vocal minority that says that Unreal Engine 5 is actually, because the numbers, you know, they played this garbage. They love consuming slop. Okay, we're going to go for maybe 10 more minutes here. Then we're going to wrap it up. 10 more minutes, and we'll wrap it up. Xbox 360 games were great. Well, you had a point in time where the technology wasn't... we plateaued, really. You know, games can obviously look better and perform better and stuff like that, but it's just like there's not a big jump, in my opinion, like there used to be. I mean, if there is, it's not as noticeable. It takes 15 years to see the actual jump. But the technology was evolving, and you know, I mean, where do you take it next? I mean, with obviously AI is the big one, I guess, and that is exciting in a certain aspect. So in our whole fucking novel, we're getting you up out of here. You're going to have to come in here with better bots and make them more believable. I'm not reading that shit. That's why we got the fucking paragraph robot in place. You guys want to type out a whole fucking book? I don't care. Jesus God. Do you think Naughty Dog game will be pure PS5, probably late PS5, PS6? But at this point, who the fuck knows? And we'll see what that one's all about. But okay, we got 9 minutes left here. 9 minutes left. Nine minutes left. Do you think the next Naughty Dog... Okay, we've already read that. No one's moving the chat. We don't have anything to say. Why am I talking to you guys? Like really think about what we're doing here. Michael wants to engage with an audience. They don't want to engage back. So why are we doing this? I can click record on that camera and talk to that camera, because I know it's not going to give me anything back. But when you're sitting in front of people and they just don't want to communicate with you, I mean, I don't think that's kind of that normal. I don't know. It seems kind of odd to me. Especially in an anonymous setting. It's kind of weird, actually. Jeez. Nothing to talk about, by the way. Well, I've heard that for the last 6 years. Get a life. I don't know. Intergalactic lead female. That's okay, because you guys love GTA 6. Lead, the main character is Lucia, from what we understand. So that's not woke, by the way. Oh, okay. You guys love female leads. You got no problem with that because you love GTA 6. Okay, we got 8 minutes left and no one wants to communicate now. Jeez. Problem here, we got a lot of like overseas viewers that like have weird bedtime schedules or something, and it's like, make that make sense. I mean, honestly, holy shit. That's what I'm saying straight up, Randall. These people are just like so, like, they have to be like from fucking outer space or something. Like, I swear to God, like they don't understand English. Or they're indoctrinated by these fucking shills on this platform, and since we have this like abrasive tone to our voice, they can't get on board. Like, oh, Michael sounds like he's bitchy. Well, that's great. I'm glad we're giving you a unique experience, because there ain't no one else that's going to give you that. They want to put on that fake smile. Well, they have a reason to have the fake smile on, because they're getting paid. You know what I mean? Hell, if I were getting paid big money, we'd be smiling too. If we had big views, we'd be smiling too. But that ain't the case, so we ain't smiling. Fuck that bullshit. Yeah, but people don't want to hear the truth. I mean, that's... They don't care about some guy talking about video games. That's a thing of the past. Maybe in 2008 or something that would have been, you know, hype and cool. Well, then why should I give people time when they just don't want to be passive listeners? It's like we're doing a radio show. But we're not doing a radio show. I mean, and even that. Yeah, well, they want to watch who they want to watch, and that's fine. I don't care, but there's just no motivation or drive to go live. I mean, I'm not. You know, when the numbers keep going lower and lower and lower, it's like, do you think that motivates world class to say, oh yeah, let's hit the go live? No, that does the opposite. Like, why would I want to go fucking live again? No one tuned in for the last stream. Why would I want to do the next stream? Why are we going backwards? In 2020, we had maybe 100 viewers. Well, we're almost there. We should have 350 plus viewers every stream. At least 300. Okay, we got about 4 minutes left here. PS6 coming late 2027. No one needs that. They can keep that. Unless they have games ready. If they have games ready, then, you know. But they never have games ready. Here's a new piece of hardware. We want you to buy it for $600, $700, $800, $900 plus dollars. Well, there's no software that's going to drive that hardware. So we know you're going to consume anyway. And it's like, okay, well, the hardware has to be fantastic. You know, the PS3 hardware at the time made sense. And it's like, well, that's why the price was so high. It did fucking literally everything. Like, it was a Blu-ray player. It could get on the internet. It can install an operating system on that thing. Like, you know, backwards compatibility. I mean, it's like, you could say the price was high, but it's like, in my opinion, it did a hell of a lot for that price tag. You're going to have to determine if it was worth it. But you can't say that they didn't, that PlayStation 3, you know. Now, over time, they dialed it back. You know, the gamers said, we don't want this. We don't need this. So they just started dialing things back. And then the PS4 comes out. You can't even, you know, the multimedia features suck. Backwards compatibility sucks. And then it just gets worse and worse and worse. You still have no custom themes on the PlayStation 5, right? That's crazy. And that'll never come. Unless they've recently added that. But nothing like the PlayStation 3, you know, because, you know, how dare you have fun on your console, right? I mean, it's just crazy. Okay. We're done with these weirdos coming in here. And they've never chatted before, because I can check the channel activity. They've never chatted before. And they're coming in here and acting like they're a fan. We're not allowing it. Because you guys are just stopping by. If you are legitimately new, you're just stopping by anyway. So why would we want to hear from you? You're not tuning into the next stream. The fuck? They're going to hit with the 1K price tag on the PlayStation 6? Oh, probably. It's going to be up there. 700 plus, easy. Okay, but where's the games, right? What does it do? I already said, you know, they should have a PlayStation Imagination kind of section where it's like, well, we have AI integrated into this console, into this hardware, and you can create things exclusively on PlayStation. I don't know how to make it make sense, but it's just like you can create real 3D games just with a couple of commands, you know? Oh my God. Yeah, you're here. I had the misfortune to watch. Channel activity joined 2 years ago, no subscribers. Cool. Play Borderlands for 4 minutes. We've already played it. No, we played it for longer than that. Probably at least 15 or 20. We played it for longer than that, dude. It was the same enemy. Same gameplay loop. $700 for nothing. PlayStation 6 games, PlayStation 6 Pro. GTA 6 bundle just to sell it, yeah. Well, that's where the numbers will come from. No one, who's buying a PlayStation 5 in 2025 right now? I mean, honestly, who is buying a PlayStation 5 right now? Who's buying any console? There's no games. I mean, you would have to be really bored out of your skull to say, wow, Ghost of Yotei just came out. I've never played this before. I'm going to buy a PlayStation 5 to experience this game. Like, no one is doing that. The only thing that's going to get those consoles to move is GTA 6. And it will. The console will be hard to find. If Rockstar did their job right. If Rockstar did their job right, and the game is truly exceeding expectations, and well then we got something special. Okay, we have officially hit the 3-hour marker. We didn't plan to play Borderlands anyway, so to be fair, I said I wasn't going to play this game, but we get a little test drive here. I can't wait to see you play Silent Hill F. Yeah, there might be a little bit. There, yeah. When is that coming? That's coming. It's coming soon. Oh Lord, yeah. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Not too hyped, but we'll see. I heard performance in Borderlands is trash. Well, if you rewind the stream, you can see. I mean, to be fair, when we were playing it, the performance didn't look that bad. But we can't stream Unreal Engine 5 games at the same time. I guess we have too many. The GPU is getting overloaded. So the GPU is getting overloaded. Yeah, I mean, it's just a terrible game. Digital Foundry said Silent Hill F runs well. Yeah, on console, I mean, Silent Hill 2 had problems on PC. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for now. Borderlands, we're going to give that a 1 out of 10. I have no idea how people have fun with that shit in 2025, but hey, if you have fun with it, that's fantastic. So we're going to wrap it up here. 3-hour stream. And before we do, let's go ahead and thank the folks that did come through. Not too many, but we got IAD, Pop of the Cherry, Set in the Mood, the vibe, the tone of the atmosphere, the two-time Tony Hawk combo. Dwayne Johnson in the building. Straight up Brando plowing through here with the 6-time, I believe, Tony Hawk combo. Or 5 or 6-time Tony Hawk combo. Straight up Brando in the building. Long time viewer, supporter, member, veteran of the broadcast here. And great mod as well. Great mod work earlier. Great mod work earlier. We saw what was happening in a bot infestation of incels, and I will say great mod work. I didn't have to even say anything, but they were getting it up out of here as best as possible. But it's hard to combat that autism. Alex Gibson in the building coming through. You got Shug Scotland coming through. IAD with the 3-time Tony Hawk combo. 3-time Tony Hawk combo. IAD Pop of the Cherry. Blur in the building coming through. Phantom Vibe. Reggie D. Phantom Vibe with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. And those are the folks that came through here. Input Funny was in here. See, you guys play that little silent gimmick, and that's not what streams are. They're interactive. Well, at least that's the kind of intent, right? Like you kind of go back and forth with the viewers. But you guys, like to hide in the shadows and secretly watch, and it's like, well, that then maybe it's like you guys should maybe watch some of my videos then, if you guys like that. Are you going to stream that new game by the Hitman developers? I don't know what that... Oh, the 007 game? Oh, God. Yeah, 1 out of 10 on Borderlands 4. That is going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And with that said, we will see you later. It's over. Hey there, mister. Who let that damn